but we know what happened just recently. We had two kind of big bangers drop on our doorstep. One's a flaming bag of poo, if you ask Tech, and I was just kind of excited about both of them. We're going to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 1, that aired, the follow-up to WandaVision. A completely different kind of show. Definitely has that buddy cop feel. We start the episode, and I'm gonna try to get through this as smoothly as possible. We start the episode with Sam. Sam is, you hear Cap's voice. Yo, really, motorcycle right now? Anyways, so we see Sam, and you hear the words of him when he gets the bag holding the shield from Cap, and he's actually kind of reminiscing it. And you can already tell, like, this is like a big thing to him. Like, he's really affected by this, where he's like mulling it over, and they got these cinematic up close where he's kind of hitting you with the you know. And we finally see, we get to hear a speech from, I don't know if they said who it was, but obviously it's like a government guy, and it's this speech that Sam is giving to a room full of people, and is looking at like it's the Smithsonian thing where they actually had the first Cap display, because you can see like the suit and stuff like that. Rhodey is also there, which is crazy, well, which is cool because it's our first appearance. And on top of that, man, I think it's really cool that we have two characters like Rhodey, played by Don Cheadle, and Sam, played by, I hate when I do this because I always forget their names. Anthony Mackie, thank you. To kind of like drive the point home that this is really about, you know, Falcon or Sam and Bucky at this point. And he asked him straight out. He was like, hey, man, why didn't you take it? Like, why wouldn't you want to be the next Captain America? We already know in the comic books he does become Captain America. And this is all after we see this amazing opening scene where Falcon jumps out of a plane. He's talking to a young Air Force, I guess, cadet or someone that he works with, as he makes this amazing escape, something like this air rescue that I have not seen since Iron Man 3. There's not a lot of movies that's giving us these heroic moments anymore. And the fact that it was done so masterfully, the shots, the zoom in with the heads up display kind of giving us the Tony Stark feel, the deploy of Red Wing. There's so many things that they did right with this action sequence. But overall, that first half where we kind of get into the world of Sam, where he gives back the shield, we see him do this dope ass mission. We also get to meet Sam's family, his sister and his two nephews. And on the other end, you see Bucky going to therapy, having a cool little awkward friendship with an older gentleman, while he's still having nightmares about being the Winter Soldier, right? In another sick ass scene where he grabs the dude through the wall with just the robotic arm, and then we get like the replay, we get the sick ass song, and we see that he kills this guy, and it turns out that this guy is actually very important to, the story of Bucky going forward. And it's later revealed that Bucky actually, the young man that he killed because he saw him kill someone else, after he says, "Hail Hydra," he turns out that he's trying to make amends with the father of the boy on top of that. And the episode itself it kind of gave us both sides. It gave us the glamour, for kind of Sam working with the Air Force now with young Torres. Torres, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, actually becomes the Falcon when Sam becomes Captain America in the comics. So I don't know what that means for the story. And by all means, guys, I'm going to start with Tech. You give me your rundown on what you took away from this, and then we'll kind of go to Ben, and then we'll get like a summary of like overall. So just let me know how you feel about it right off the bat. Okay.
What I found interesting about this was it's kind of giving you the real side of like how the world would work after the blip.
Yep.
After everyone's kind of like over the blip hype, and like you kind of see like the behind the scenes, and they showed a glimpse of that in WandaVision when Wanda got into that Buick, that standard ass Buick.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this episode you see you see Sam not being able to get a loan, and like he just saved the universe. And then you see Bucky, who's living rather humbly, sleeping on the floor, which is a callback to the soldier conversation that Sam
that he had with Cap when they first met. He was like, it's like sleeping on a marshmallow. You're gonna sink right to the floor. And like, I like that they did that because it kind of plays to the fact that Sam and Bucky are more alike than their attitudes that they're going to give each other lead us to think. But go on.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, and it just reinforces that these guys are just soldiers. Like, these guys have been soldiers. That's all they know, and they've been more soldiers. They've been more soldiers in their life than they have been normal people. So I thought that was super interesting. The battle scene, that little air battle scene was amazing. Never thought I'd
George
see,
St. Pierre returns as Batroc the Leaper, and I'm thinking we're not gonna get that kind of physicality from these two, right? Because Batroc stood up to Captain America and the Winter Soldier, right? But now I think it's really cool that Marvel is actually giving us returning rogues that, you know, even though Sam is seemingly killing everybody that he runs into, Batroc still gets away. We're still getting a returning kind of, rogues gallery that are being put into play.
Yeah, that was really dope that he was in it. It did make me question if Sam has some powers, because the Leaper went so hard with Cap and was, like, really like giving him, like, when he punched him, Cap flew. So he has something going on that we don't know about with strength. And then Sam was kind of eating a couple of those hits.
Yeah, he definitely ate a couple of those hits.
Yeah, he was taking it and giving it.
Yeah, so yeah, that raised my antennas a little bit. But overall, I thought it was a great first episode. Very realistic.
Yeah.
It gets me excited, and it feels like we had such a climatic moment with WandaVision, even though some would have said it was anticlimactic, but it's such a climatic moment, and now it's kind of like,
right, it's back to the it like evens out. It's like, okay, and then like it kicks up in these certain spikes too. So it's like, it's definitely giving us I feel like that first episode, if we get that back and forth the entire series, I'm 100% okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that.
I'm interested in the story and how they because obviously Bucky is staying away from Sam, is ignoring his messages.
Right.
I'm interested to know how they come together. Like, what happens and what type of threat does it have to be for them to come together?
I mean, that is pretty true. I mean, and they feel like, and it seems like they're living very different lives at this point too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they're gonna come at it from two different directions, like two opposite sides of the same contract. So they're not brought together. They're brought together as enemies, and then something happens.
So
but I think the next episode's going to be a part 2 of the pilot, if you feel what I mean.
I heard that's a good point, Ben. I actually was I saw an interview with one of the producers, and the producers are like, episode 2 is where you really get a feel for what this show is going to be about, and and they're really excited for people to see episode 2. So I'm kind of happy that they didn't give us episodes. I'm kind of happy they didn't give us like.
Saying that we need to get turned up a bit.
Turn up my gain a little bit. Is that worse or better?
Yeah, you sound super hot to me.
Oh, hot. Okay. Sorry.
But no. So I was gonna say, Ben, and people in the chat, feel free to chime in, and people at home, because obviously this is going on YouTube. Ben, could you talk to me about like that first opening scene? And you at home, people watching, listening, what is your initial thoughts on that initial like action scene, as well as just the intro with, you know, Bucky still having nightmares, as well as like they play a very real thing that happens when they show them trying to go and get like the loan thing going. And when they do that whole loan situation, that was actually that was so real. Like, that I was like feeling every piece of that.
For a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a good way to start, considering, you know, WandaVision was not your standard MCU, right? So I think them starting off with a bang was pretty smart. So for people that had any reservations, I don't know how you could have any reservations after the end of WandaVision, but if you did, this starting off like Iron Man was a good way to go. You know, it was funny, we watched it again with the Nerdy Brits crew, all watched it together, and we got an argument that said, like, I was holding hard that there's no way a guy wingsuited into a helicopter, right? I'm
Right.
sure that that's impossible. And Caleb, of course, looked it up and found out it was an actual real stunt.
Oh,
So that was not CG. That was real.
that was
So
real. He dove through the middle of her for real.
Yeah, I had to eat my hat on that one, but
Wow.
right. But I thought it was dope. I thought it's interesting that we got to see Falcon in his prime now, but we had to go back in time to see Bucky in his prime.
Oh, that's an interesting take.
Right.
Oh my God.
So, but the rest was great. I thought the script was really strong. I thought the pacing was great. The conversation with that young cadet or whatever in Falcon.
Yeah, Torres.
It was really, really good. I thought that was great. And then the therapy scene was really interesting, and all those camera angles were super close and uncomfortable. But Sebastian Stan was holding it down with his little like his humor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Humor in the face of adversity. He's just trying to. What's funny? He called it. What did he say? He was telling her she was deflecting, but he was the one being deflective.
He was definitely he was like using his it was like they were battling, right? And that therapist was definitely like, she was saying that she was a soldier, so she was able to call Bucky on his bullshit, right? And when she did, that's when he like kind of got defensive about it. So it's good that you pointed that out, man.
But yeah, I like it, man. I think it was a pretty good first episode, but I'm gonna hold strong to the fact that it was I think it's just part of it. I think we got more coming. You know, they gave us 2 WandaVisions because that first episode, as good as it may be and as good as it will be in retrospect, was pretty sleepy. So they gave us 2 episodes.
Right.
So I don't think they needed to give us 2 episodes now because it was action packed. But I think after the next episode, it's going to feel more like ready to go.
I just think this is more.
For example, our buddy cops haven't even met yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's true. This definitely giving me the Riggs and Murtaugh feel, the Lethal Weapon feel right now.
You say more palatable?
No,
this
the
whole
Lethal
series is gonna be
Weapon,
more
like
palatable
fucking the
for
Riggs and Murtaugh feel. That's what the kind of like I feel like I'm getting from them. Like Sam's all like action packed, and Bucky's like, bro, I'm just trying to like live. He literally says while he's in the psychiatrist meeting, he says, I had a little piece when I was in Wakanda, right? So like Bucky doesn't seem like he wants to fight. He says literally, I've been going from fight to fight for 90 years, right? And I'm really like feeling for this dude because he's like tormented by this. Like, and then
that's kind of messed up though, because his therapist was seemingly trying to keep him in the fight. Like,
yeah,
it
seems like she's like provoking him.
Right. That's kind of gnarly.
That is very weird. Also, the fact that Sam gave the shield to the government because he wasn't really fit. Like, I feel like that's just a thing where his confidence isn't there, right? Like, he's obviously he can do this stuff because he's out here fighting like Batroc the Leaper and shit and saving people before they get over, country lines, international lines,
I hope that's explained because like he's not a super soldier.
He's not.
So I hope they explain that. But we have a weird dichotomy, right? Because if he is strong, then he should have felt like he could handle it. So why do you give up the shield and he's strong? It's kind of strange. But I don't know if you were going to tackle this or not, but Tech hit me to this the second time we watched it. He says it's kind of messed up that they convinced the shield from the black superhero just to turn around after it was in a museum.
Yeah.
To give it to a new white Captain America.
Bro, so like, and just for a little lore, right? Like, that character is definitely so U.S. agent, I think they will be called, right? Like, they're saying he's a new Captain America, but that character definitely played a U.S. agent, and as well as ended up going crazy because they got their power from somebody named the Power Broker, right? And if you look at the trailer, not the trailer, but the end credits, there's a lot of Easter eggs there. There's so many Easter eggs there. They also talk about, yeah, the after credits. Oh. The credits were crazy filled. If you look at the credits, they actually show what I believe will be Isaiah Bradley, the actor who will be playing Isaiah Bradley, who could potentially be a major player in this series overall, especially with you mentioning how they took the shield from Sam or convinced him to give it back only by the end of the episode to give it to this new fake-ass Captain America. Like, I feel like that very much is going into the lore, because a lot of people don't know this, but the first Captain America was black, and it was played by and his name is Isaiah Bradley, and this was to mimic the Tuskegee experiments.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's what that story was about. Now, also, just for a little more lore, and why I think that we might see the Patriot in here, is because the Patriot of the Young Avengers is Isaiah Bradley's grandson. So that's another piece of the Young Avengers puzzle that could potentially come for this show. Now, I don't know how they're going to work it in, but I feel like it's going to be, if they do it, it's going to be amazing.
They announced Young Avengers yet?
No, they haven't said anything.
Okay.
All they've done is let little kids talk on screen, be born in WandaVision, and, age 5 years because, their dad is missing. And now, Hawkeye is training young Kate Bishop. Like they're laying every one of these fundamental pieces for Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Yeah. What about, wasn't there like a Patriot something on the horizon too? Like
the Patriot, yeah.
Is that what it's called? Is there...
Yes, the Patriot is who the Young Avenger is, who would be Isaiah Bradley's grandson, the Patriot.
Okay.
And in the comics, he didn't have superpowers at first, but he ended up getting shot, and Luke Cage gave him a blood transfusion. And that made him bulletproof overall. And then he became an even better hero. But it makes sense that, the Patriot is a thing, because Isaiah Bradley, the original Captain America before Steve Rogers, was a black man. And the fact that they're like, hey, we're going to take it away from this black guy and give it to this white guy. And I feel like it'd be cool if, they make some reference at least to Isaiah Bradley as well as the Patriot being in the Young Avengers. So I personally do like the fact that in this show, I feel like it's giving me the buddy cop vibe, but on a more serious note. I feel like as much as fun as they're having, the other side of it is very, very tense. Like the fact that we find out that Bucky killed this guy's son. And now to make amends,
that was the heaviest hit of the show.
Yeah.
Wasn't Sam killing people?
He was definitely, dude. Sam was smoking people. He blew up a helicopter. He snatched the dude out, threw another dude, obviously on a mountain. He didn't have a parachute. That dude is hella dead.
Sam's murdering today.
Right? Sam is like, yo, I will kill you today to save that hostage tomorrow.
That's a good point, Ted.
Oh man,
why aren't we sad for these no-name characters?
Right? I was thinking about this the whole time. I'm like, my man literally got out of the helicopter. He was out of a dangerous situation and blew up the helicopter anyway. Now, they definitely could have came back and started shooting at him. Not saying that, but I'm just saying, my man Sam pulling triggers and asking questions later. I have a family. I don't care. He didn't care.
Who were these soldiers anyway?
So they said they were part of LAF or LAM or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know any comic ties to it, so I'm still trying to see where they're going with it. But I don't even know how much more they're going to be active in the show after this initial episode, right? Because it seems like this was kind of a one-off thing that they're running into these people, but it seems like a regular thing for Sam and apparently the Air Force, because Sam has been working for the Air Force for 6 months at this point, right? So, but Sam's life is his personal life is kind of out of control too. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I personally felt that when he was talking to his sister and she said, hey man, you can't come back here and just try to save the day when you choose to leave, when you didn't want to deal with what was going on here. And I was like, damn. As somebody who's left home, you know what I'm saying, and who has siblings, you know what I'm saying, and comes from a situation that, that's a real conversation to have. And even on top of that, the whole, hey, what about the house? What about this boat? These are real instances that happen to people across the world. And then the fact that they go and try to get a loan, and this dude and save the planet, save the galaxy, the universe. An instrumental part in saving the universe, and he can't even get a damn loan. That's crazy.
I don't understand that part. That's
right,
crazy.
me neither. How also... Go ahead.
I was like, that dude asked me the question. This the first question I had. The same question that dude had. Stark ain't leave you nothing,
right? Bro, we all know this dude Stark was a liberal, bro. He don't. My man was out here like, bro, this is my money. Let me stop playing. But no, I think it's more about the fact that he definitely gave them tech. They even said that he gave him this suit. This is Stark tech suit that Sam is wearing. So, I mean, look. And on top of that, like, he's been dead for 5 years. What is he paying for? He don't know Sam from a bag of bricks. He don't know who this dude is. Well, I ain't gonna say that. That's a little bit much, but, you know.
How crazy was it that the banker asked her for a proof of employment over the last 5 years when she was freaking dead?
Right? He was like, yeah, man, he's like, what's up with your employment? Yeah, I was out not existing like millions of other people, dude.
Right.
My dude, High Tree Leaf, you may have saved the world, but your credit score didn't go up.
That's funny.
What's up with it, P. Dot? I see you in the chat. Yo, guys. So, like I said, tell me your thoughts. Is there something you guys would like to touch on before we get out of here? Because I know we kind of started a little late today. I know we got other things that goes on. So, Ben, you tell me when we got to get out of here, and that's where we're gonna cut it. But I would love to get some input from the chat if you guys would as well.
Let's keep rolling for another half hour, man.
All right, let's keep it for another half hour. So, chat, talk to me. What did you guys think about Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 1? And if you have any questions that you guys want to direct at the boys while we're here, while we still have their attention, go right ahead. I'm gonna just continue back to the point that this episode was fucking ridiculous. Like, I was so invested in this episode and all the banter, the way that they spoke with each other, and then they have a very meticulous way about like kind of organizing how we see these characters. This right here is actually the director of the show that was pictured with the actress who was playing Sam's sister. But I think like the way that they showed the contrast, dealing with PTSD in a lot of these instances, talking about Bucky, and Ben, you bringing up those close camera angles for Bucky, that was so tense. Like, even that shot when he was just sitting in the trees were behind him in the doctor's office, and then they did this crazy close-up from this angle, like right above his right side, and he was just eating those up, like you said, and just really putting on display that, like, the character of Bucky is not really, like, mentally, he's not 100% there, right? Like, and I feel like that's just more on the fact that, my man was brainwashed. He was cryo frozen and brought back, constantly time over and over to kill people, and now he's dealing with those consequences. And you don't expect that to be something that they deal with in a superhero show.
Well, another thing too, I was a little confused. I thought in was that Winter Soldier when he failed and they scrambled his brain and started him over. I thought over the last 70 years, whatever, they kept resetting his brain. I'm surprised he has any memories at all.
Yeah,
that was just a little shocking.
On the surface, he shouldn't have any memories, but I'm sure they're gonna say something like he just can remember, or maybe got something unlocked.
No, but if you remember in Civil War, like once, and spoilers if you haven't seen Civil War and you made it this far, what the fuck are you doing? 2, when Tony was trying to kill Bucky, Winter Soldier, he literally asked him, he says, hey, do you even remember their names? And Bucky says, I remember all of them. Like, so,
oh, wow.
Yeah, he literally says that like he knows that. But that was part of the whole point, because if you watch these other movies, Bucky tells you, he knows it. He literally says, he's like, yeah, but it was me though. He literally says, Bucky, that wasn't you. And then Bucky says, but Cap, it was me. Like, it was me. Now, even though he didn't have control, that's one thing. It was still him. Also, what do you guys make of the Flag Smashers? Give me your thoughts on that.
Heard in my life.
You said what?
That's the worst name I ever heard.
So, I'm glad you said that. Let me break down the lore just a little bit. Let me add a little bit to the lore. So, the Flag Smasher was literally only one person in the comic books, right? And this person believed that the world exists better under no flags. And, like, I'm pretty sure he was, like, literally smashing flags when he was, like, debuted or some shit. But the way that they're kind of writing it now is that this, rogue group of people that we see Torres actually investigating, are basically on some V for Vendetta shit. Like they're using like technology to do virtual world technology. What is it called? I can't even remember what it's called, like VR mapping or something like that, to where they're linking up on some terrorist cell shit and like making crimes happen. And Torres got really close to, you know, infiltrating and basically did, but those guys basically have superpowers. And we heard Torres as well as Sam say like, hey, you don't think they're, he's like, I'll get back to you on that. Right? So what did you guys think he was going to say when he was like, you don't think that? Do you think he was going to say that M word or what?
I immediately thought he was going to say enhanced.
Okay.
I never thought mutant.
Okay. That's just me then. I'll jump off that bridge by myself. Nobody has to hold my hand. I'll stand up there by myself.
That didn't occur to me. That didn't occur to me. I think if mutants do come up, they're going to be a lot more deliberate about it. I think.
Yeah, I think we're.
When they.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think we're in the super soldier serum phase still. I think we're still in that realm where the people are juicing. You know, I don't think we're.
Yeah, you're probably right. But what if all these people are the bread mask people? I guess those are flag smashers. What if they're all super from either the Blip or WandaVision or some shit?
Please tell me you guys saw the meme of Rhodey, and his brow was kind of wrinkled up, and it looked like an M, and someone pointed to
and said Mephisto.
And had a picture of Mephisto.
Bro, I definitely did not see that, but I already knew exactly what it was.
Yeah, I do think something's worth mentioning though. Now that we're on our second season, our second ever MCU season, and everything that happened in WandaVision, we maybe need to reel in the fan theories a little bit. Maybe.
Yeah, I like.
That's what I'm thinking.
So the thing about it is like, I can talk crazy as hell, right? Like I can be like tinfoil hat in the corner, like in my underwear, but I do not expect any of this stuff to happen. I can stay crazy by myself. Like I can legit be crazy by myself. I understand. I don't expect these people to listen to me at all, right? But it's still fun to talk about it. Now, if you guys are in here out on the message boards on Reddit and shit, be like, yo, Tasty Steve said, and you guys are, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that, because I'm cool with whatever. If I like it, I'm fine. It doesn't have to go, you know what I'm saying, like 100% straight down the plate. As long as the story is good, 1. 2, it remains canonical to a believable sense, which is, and that's my bias kicking in, because they don't even have to do that, right? Like, I want it to be as close to canonical as possible, to my knowledge of canonical, right? But there's no guarantee that that's gonna happen, right? Like, this could turn into a Broadway musical for all we fucking know. You know what I'm saying? But is just, the thing about it is that the fact that, like, and I was having this discussion the other day with the homie Carter. I was like, the part about it that makes shows like this like double interesting is the fact that we have people like me who has years of lore history. And I don't have like the craziest amount of lore history, but like I've read a lot of fucking comics. So when I see somebody who has read more, I can talk to them about speculation and still know that it's within the realms of believability. But even if you don't read those comics and you've read these movies, you still have an attachment to these characters, especially to a degree to watch a whole show about it. And Disney even said that this show and The Mandalorian season 2, I believe, had its highest premieres ever so far. So I think it's just I think it's good. I think it's really good with how they're setting this up.
Yeah, it's fun. The fan theory thing is fun.
Yeah.
Just don't take it too seriously, people.
The conversation that we're having is just, you know, like that's something that you don't normally get with TV shows, right? Where you have like so many
exactly
people
right. You don't get to do this shit.
There's 70 years of source material, right?
Yeah. My only thing is I think I'm just a little bit mutant fatigue, like just that fan theory. You know, I think that's my disconnect.
Clack 14, I like what you say. Armor Wars.
This season.
No, say that again. Tech, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I said I think it's just like the reason why I don't want to go that route for this series is because how hard we went with that.
We went really hard for that. And this is definitely more of a sit and watch. This is definitely a more sit and watch how it plays out kind of. I feel like I'm watching like like a CSI episode or something like that, right? And I don't give a fuck about those shows. I know it's a lot of people out there to watch those shows and they're like fucking into it, you know. And I'm just like, man, I don't care about any of that. But dude, if you put some Marvel characters in there, I'm like, man, this is gonna be great, you know. Armor Wars Don Cheadle returns as War Machine to save Tony Stark's tech. That would be pretty cool, actually.
Well, we got an Armor Wars show. So when you mentioned Patriot earlier, it sent my brain through. I was like, what the hell's coming?
Oh
Because
yeah, I do. That happens a lot.
They renamed War Machine as Patriot in like Iron Man 3 or some shit, right?
So the difference is, War Machine. What they're referencing is the Iron Patriot. Because it was like a spin from the comic book. But I know exactly what you mean, right? It was called the Iron Patriot. And this guy that I'm talking about, who would be the leader of the Young Avengers, this black kid, his name is just the Patriot. So,
gotcha. But yeah, Armor Wars is a thing. It's a series.
Yep.
Also slated after Ironheart and before the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Mm-hmm. I gotta get me an up-to-date schedule when all this stuff comes out. I gotta get me like a comprehensive MCU schedule so I can see exactly where this is going. Oh snap! Yeah. Thanks. I just saw it.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna be on the podcast for a while, guys. Loki is immediately after.
Yeah.
Which
I'm excited about. I think that's awesome. Like we're in a very good pocket right now of these MCU shows, because it was a drought for a long time, and it may be a drought after Loki. So I don't think anything is scheduled.
Really?
Exactly with a release date after Loki. I am not sure.
I think you're right. Because like everything's kind of difficult right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they want to give us any hard dates, especially when other dates have been rewritten. Like Black Widow's movie got pushed like a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm really excited for is What If. Really excited for
Really?
I think that might be after Falcon and Winter. Oh, Loki. I'm sorry.
Well, I know they're saying
it's gonna be really good.
So they say they're gonna be like a last second release for Black Widow, if it's gonna be theatrical or just a Disney Plus thing. And I never thought that would be like one of the big things to happen, right? But I guess they spent so much money on this movie. This is the only thing that I'm thinking. They spent so much money on this movie that they can't afford to release it specifically on Disney Plus. Because I feel like all this other stuff was made for Disney Plus. This other content was like, all right, cool, right? But I think Black Widow might have been that one that was like, shit, we wanted to drop that,
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I stumbled across was that Scarlett Johansson had a clause in her contract that said they couldn't do it. They couldn't release it outside of theaters.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn. See, I didn't even hear that at all.
Yeah, I heard that a while ago. So.
Oh wow, Tech. I know you were saying that we might have a drought, but let's look at this, because I'm looking at this list, right? So we have Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's March, right?
Mm.
Black Widow is supposed to drop in May, so it probably will be a little drought. But then after that is Loki, and then in July is Shang-Chi. Eternals in November, and then Spider-Man, and then What If is after that. And it's still and What If is supposed to premiere this year. Hawkeye is supposed to premiere this year. And I think Miss Marvel is supposed to come out next year with Doctor Strange, which makes sense. Damn, that does make sense. Which makes sense, right? Thor: Love and Thunder next year. And they still have like She-Hulk. I just saw a crazy video. I just saw a ridiculous video of Oscar Isaac training for Moon Knight. Bro, that shit looks crazy. Like he's legit John Wicking people, bro. I was like, oh shit. Like he's got his hair in a man bun. He looks full blown like cool guy right now.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I'm looking at it now. It's insane.
Dude, it's crazy. They got music and shit that goes with it. I'm like, all right, this is actually kind of sick.
Yeah. So they're gonna be about a month and a half of nothing until Black Widow. There's only 6 episodes total of Falcon and Winter Soldier, so we got 5 weeks left. So there's definitely going to be a little bit of a drought.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And I definitely hope I just hope that we get to see the Black Widow movie. Like I hope it drops.
Right.
I don't know if it's going to though.
look, for me, like if you ask me, that's the movie I've really been waiting on because that's like the last OG Avenger, kind of like movie thing, right? Like there's Hawkeye's getting a series after that. So as far as we know, that's the last like OG Avenger movie that we're gonna get.
No, Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah, no, you're right. Thor, Love and Thunder. No, that's true.
Natalie Portman's looking awfully good in those behind the scenes.
Bro, have you seen her arms, bro? Like that shit is crazy. She looks buff as hell. So I don't know. I think I think things are still gonna be looking pretty good, and even more so, even with that little break, like I feel like we've gotten like quite a bunch of like Marvel. I mean, I'm still kind of coming down off the WandaVision high, and now we already talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. And don't assume my nerddom only is restricted to Marvel. I just finished. I don't know if this is out of pocket, but I just finished Justice League. My head's kind of swimming right now.
So wait. All right. So look, I want to table Justice League can we do Justice League Monday? And this way we start on time. We can have a little proper talk about it. At least we got to give some time to it. And on top of that, I haven't watched it yet. So.
Whew. All right then.
Is it so give me this. If somebody was like, bro, do I need to watch Justice League? Would you say you need to watch would you tell them you need to watch Justice League?
I gotta let it settle. I'm very reactive, very reactionary. I'm very emotional. I'm very easy to persuade, right? I'll listen to a podcast and change my religion. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But as of like my fresh thoughts right off the theater seat, I didn't go to the theater, but is I liked it a lot. It's that last act is so well orchestrated now, and they answered so many more questions. And no spoiler, because that's OG. It makes much more sense now. Like so much more of it makes sense. That last action scene I liked it before, but it's insane now. But yeah, no, it's a must watch, man. I think it's
okay. Yeah, I heard it, man.
It's a long ass movie. It's not something like in your hour and a half superhero movie you can put on a Saturday and just have. I don't think people are gonna be watching a 4-hour movie that often. But maybe pull up a chapter when you feel like watching it again or something.
Let me say my piece real quick because everyone knows how I feel about. I'm
gonna let you finish, but I gotta get this off.
Let me just get this off. You have to watch it.
Oh damn!
I think
you should clear your schedule and watch it at once.
Nice.
Okay. Wow, you guys heard it.
More powerful if you do.
That's crazy. Yeah. Damn, I gotta watch it. If Tech is like, bro, Steve, you should watch it. You gotta watch it.
I didn't want to say that because I didn't want Tech to make fun of me, but I feel it's a must watch, man.
It's good. I've been planning all week to make an apology video.
Wait. How tough? Look, how tough in the chat says, what? Hold the press? This guy of all people?
I mean, yeah. When we talk about it, I'll flesh it out.
We'll talk about it. That means my homework is I definitely will be watching Justice League Snyder Cut before next Monday's talk. Just to get back
in 2 chunks and still loved it. Just throwing that out there.
Okay. All right. Just to get back a little bit on topic. MS Pone says, isn't Yelena from Black Widow movie supposed to show up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Whoa.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. So, what do we know from the trailer of this show? They go in like criminal underworld kind of stuff.
That's what it seems like. Right. It seems like the cleaner side of things are on Sam, right? Sam's the one who seems like he's under the jurisdiction side of things, right? But I feel like Bucky's gonna be the guy.
Under contract. He said specifically at the bank that he has, or at some point leading up to the bank, that he's not a government employee. He's a contractor.
Yeah, he said that. He said I have contracts with the government. Right. He said it at the bank.
Right. So he's not like under oath or whatever service people go under. He's a contractor. So sort of like Iron Man was, or
okay,
so not like Rhodes, but like Iron Man, like he works alongside. So, and somebody said in the chat, 45 minutes ago or so, it kind of smells like some Black Ops stuff, right?
It definitely sounds like some Black Ops stuff.
Write you off if you die or disappear.
He's like in Tanzania or some shit, and like he was like, "Hell, man, you're going across international lines. Like that'll cause an international incident or something." Then he said like that. So no, that makes a lot of sense. That definitely makes a lot of sense. What do y'all think about this dude, this goofy looking ass U.S. agent dude, man?
I hate him, dude.
Bro, I hate that dude, man. And no offense to the dude, like they pulled up a photo of him, and then like I really shouldn't have looked at that photo. I just got mad. I'm like, bro, why would they do that? That's so disrespectful. Like I legit got hurt. I'm like, bro, have you guys seen Chris Evans? You're gonna put this guy?
I feel like I felt bad for the actor in real life because like pretty much everyone who's seen it is saying like, "Get this funny looking dude about here." Like it's fucked up.
Right? I would have threw a tomato at that dude if I was in the crowd. He would have went crazy right there. He would have been trying to talk out of like, boo! That's not America's ass. Fuck that. That would have been going off, dude. I would have been going off, bro. Even Giltal said it. He said he's definitely not America's ass.
I'm looking it up now.
I'm having a hard time. Didn't come up right away.
Papa Truck says, everyone hating on U.S. agent. Bro, I'm just saying, man. Have you heard the speeches that Captain America gives, man? I'm just saying.
Oh, this guy might kill it. We don't know. I mean, not as like America's icon, but as like a good sort of.
Oh yeah, most villain. Definitely. I hope so. I'm just saying, just by looks alone, he's doing a good job of making me not like him. It's like they was like, yo, let's make a douchey Captain America suit. Like that's a.
Yo, I can't find this dude. Does he have a speaking part? Like, is he gonna talk? Because I can't find anything on this guy.
Oh, the guy who plays him. He was in Overlord for sure. He was in the movie Overlord, and Overlord was actually pretty cool.
I know I've seen him before.
Yeah. I kind of liked his suit, to be honest. The U.S. agent suit, I kind of liked it.
Oh wow.
Cool. But
yo, Tough, you should watch Overlord.
I didn't hate it. It's just the guy wearing it I don't like.
Exactly, right? It ain't got nothing to do. It ain't not got nothing to do with the suit.
Guy.
That's a good-looking guy. Everybody needs to shut up.
Yeah, that nose is pronounced in the suit. But
yeah, dude, that suit, that mask really sucks on him. Like, cause it literally it goes over his cheeks. Like, it's really weird. And I'm not like a professional. Look, I'm not a professional costume designer or anything. But
is that a fake nose?
I don't know, bro. But it's a bit much. It's a bit much.
If you're looking at his pictures, Ben, put your finger over his eyes.
He's just got a big nose, yo. Come on. This dude's gonna have nose surgery in 6 months thanks to the internet.
Wow. I really hope he takes none of this seriously, man. Like, I feel like that's the worst part about doing shit like this, because like the fans, they don't give a fuck how you feel, man. Like, they don't care.
No.
Oh, was he in Black Mirror? Oh yeah, he was an episode of Black Mirror. So yeah, this guy's been around. I've seen him before.
Yeah.
He's got a job fit for Batman, to be honest. He's got a Batman jawline.
He was an orphan in Escape from LA.
Whoa.
Oh damn.
Fun facts here.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's an accomplished actor.
Shout outs to Papa. I see you.
Give him a chance.
No. I think he's an awesome actor. I'm not saying that, but I just feel like they do a good job of like. I feel like they know what they're doing when they're like painting these people, right? And even more so, just to kind of like get back to that whole instance overall, how fucked up was that they convinced this dude to give the shield back, to give it to this whack Captain America, bro.
Did they though? Did they convince him?
No, but he's like, the guy said like, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, like,
so he surrendered it.
Yeah, I think that's the reason. I think they're gonna create the reason why he doesn't want to be Captain America, maybe the American part of it and the government part of it, because he knows how it works. He knows that he kills people for the government. He doesn't want to represent America maybe in that light. Possibly. That could be one of the reasons. And he saw how they did Cap. He was with Cap when he was staying in hotels and they weren't nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so he knows what happens to Captain America.
That's true. Also, remember when we met Sam Wilson, he was working at the DA.
Yep.
Taking care of veterans that the government were not taking care of.
No, that's facts.
He had some complaints about the U.S. government, so maybe he doesn't want to be Captain America.
Maybe
he doesn't feel like, you know.
But the thing is, then we're going back to a movie where he says that, yo, you're the new Cap. Now, if he doesn't want to be the new Cap, but go back and look at that scene. He was proud. He was like, man, I'm Captain America. Like, that's me? Mm-hmm. And now he's like, I'm not too sure, man. I got a kind of different feeling about this. Like, it seems like his faith has been shaken. Like, something is bothering him to make him feel like he's not worthy. He's not worthy. It's
right.
And I'm definitely going to be paying attention to that. Overall, though, like, I got to say, the dynamic of them setting up and even having Rhodey come in there and have that discussion with him and be like, well, hey, why? You know, and just having him there as that representative, even on, like, you know, the government side of things, because, you know, Rhodey's he's still in bed with the government, so.
We didn't talk about. I know we got to leave soon, but the continuity issue with Spider-Man painting Winter Soldier as still a villain, kind of almost.
What do you mean?
People like not really caring anymore that he's the Winter Soldier.
I don't think it's that people don't care, but I don't think that's an open thing. I think that they also say in the show that it's a part of his therapy. He has to see a therapist. He's not choosing to see a therapist.
He's going to like restaurants and like popular restaurants and eating sushi, and like he tell the girls he's 106 years old. They know he's Winter Soldier. Like,
I don't think that's the case. I think she laughed it off because she thought it was a joke.
You think so?
That's what, dude.
That's the vibe I got. But I'm also slightly upset that this dude saved the world and nobody knows who it is.
Yeah, no, that's true. And they also have him in the Smithsonian. But they also, if you go, this is how far I went back in on this. If you go and you look at, you can make out the stuff that's in that Smithsonian exhibit talking about Bucky. You can see it. They acknowledge his time as the Winter Soldier. They acknowledge it there. So they definitely know that he was the Winter Soldier. It's literally in the Smithsonian, up in the MCU canon.
And
so they know.
Said he's got full pardons. Remember?
Yep.
Well, yeah, still.
Yeah.
But I think that's a part of it, though, right? Like, so I can't speak about the fact that, you know, people thinking he's a villain or not, but I think it's the fact that he's even like where he is now. He's going to therapy. He's actively working to be, you know, a better person, right? Like just a better person for himself, not for anything else. But he's just haunted by some shit that he didn't control. And that's 90 years of nightmares that my man's been dealing with. 90 years, bro. That's crazy.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a very long time.
So, anyway, so guys, we got to wrap up in about 4 minutes, and this is my last time. Yo, chat, you got anything you want to ask either Ben or Tech before we get out of here? What's up with you, Captain Charisma? Galactic Money Shift. Thank you for staying true to the crew. I see you. But if you guys have anything that you would like to touch on, because we got about, 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes.
I think the next. We're gonna have a lot more to say after
God!
Yeah, we'll have a lot more to say.
Next episode, things really gonna pop off. I think.
You say comment on the writing and the dialogue. The writing and the dialogue was good. It was really good. Yeah. The banter was good. That's even the short-sided banter was good.
It's one of my favorite parts. Was the dialogue. Thought it was really sharp.
Y'all think Carly Flag Smasher is really about that accent? She's a pawn for somebody else. I think she might be hanging out with the Power Broker. I think the Power Broker is helping out the Flag Smashers in some capacity. I can't say why, but I think that's what's mostly happening.
We need to hang this moment. We need to call attention to this moment. Otori likes something about an MCU show. So.
Dude, Otori, I've been giving Otori shit ever since. He's like, yo, it's been amazing. I love it. And I'm like, it was all right. It was cool, you know, if that's your thing. But no, it was hella, this episode was hella good. I will say, and this is just, you know, me playing devil's advocate because everybody, you know, won't, but the person who created the Winter Soldier and, like, you know, the book where he was introduced and stuff, they don't really like where the show's going because I didn't say really why. But he was just like, yo, man, I'm probably not going to watch it until later. And I think it's one of those things where it's like, maybe if you've ever read the material that this comes from, it's super serious. Like, it's nowhere near, even half as jokey as what we're getting in some of these instances, right? But I feel like it kind of that's one of the things that changed, one of the pivots that made for the show, right? To make it more entertaining. We could have gotten like a political drama dialogue show, right? But we have this show that gives you the ins and outs, the big blow up action scenes, and then deals with these real world problems like PTSD and, you know, supporting veterans, as well as, you know, giving you this dope dialogue between all of these characters with all the history that we've seen beforehand as well. I think they did an amazing job. If I had to get a grade to episode 1, easily, I would say a 9, but I'm gonna say an 8.5 without my bias. Without my bias, if I relieve it there, I'm gonna just say hardcore 9. I really want to say it's like 9.5, but that just lets me know how good it is.
I don't know if we're gonna get super dark. I think we have to remember this is on Disney Plus. This is not Deadpool. This is not Multiverse of Madness. At some point, they need to sell toys again. So they're gonna bounce off PTSD in the background, but they're gonna have yucks and missiles and blowing up helicopters to sell to get kids back into Target again. So you know, we gotta pump it back up a little bit before we go back down into the darkness. So I'm gonna give it a B minus. I'm gonna give it a solid 8.
Okay.
Maybe 8.2.
Okay.
I liked it. It was very good, but I'm not like, oh my god. So it was,
right.
I'm excited. Can't wait for Friday or Thursday at 2 a.m. But not blown away. But I'm still in for the long haul. So good stuff.
I'm giving this 6.
Damn.
But it's slightly above average.
That is slightly above average.
6. That's
a 6.
Statistically,
5 is right in the middle.
Not in high school.
Right, not in high school. You failing. You running that back.
All right, if I will give it a.
Look, don't change based on us. I'm just saying, don't listen. I'm not one of those people that disagree. All I'm saying is, I understand your 6. I know exactly what you mean.
Get it too. Yeah. No, I agree. It's above average. I like it.
It's a 6.5.
Okay. All right. Don't let nobody pressure you.
It's not trash, and it's not a knockout. It's not a stellar anything yet. It's too early to know what it is. The first episode is exposition. I'm not sold yet. I'm obviously sold because it's Marvel, right? Like,
right. That's my bias. That's
yeah. Like I'm here for it. But that first one wasn't a wow episode. I liked WandaVision episode 1 more than like this. And that's just you know.
You liked WandaVision episode 1 more than you like this. So
I liked it. Yeah.
So Otori was saying that he thought the dialogue was bland in WandaVision. I thought the dialogue was genius because every line, was something meta. Like you had to listen to every word that they said.
Yeah. Yep.
No, look.
This guy Steve is so biased with his homies. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Next topic.
He say, see, look, meta, y'all overthink the series. No, I think that you just don't like it, that your bias is there. Like, I think that you don't like it, so you're projecting, bro.
I think we're allowed to be biased with our friends.
Yeah, we be biased. And on top of that, we've given each other shit for so many more things. We know. We can talk softly around those things. They be like, damn, huh? A 6, huh, Tech? All right. And leave it right there. And on top of that, I like the fact that you leave it on the floor. You say, hey, man, this is the beginning. We're still going to get there. Like, I'm still working around this. Otori, I give you shit because you literally shit on the entire series of WandaVision. Oh, like, just because the Vision came back to life.
Like, tirelessly, like it's a mission.
Right? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, just desserts.
All right. No, but well, look, guys, that's gonna be our time. I don't want to hold you. I will make sure to be here a lot more early so we can get these talks and fill in a lot more of this information. Guys, make sure you follow both Tech and Ben on Twitter, man. If you guys got anything to plug, this is the chance.
Go ahead, Ben.
Thank you, sir. I'm just gonna keep it simple. If you go to my Twitter, Sketch Sawyer, my pinned message is all my content. So YouTube, whatever else, ArtStation, I'm on there right now. I've been doing animation, comic books, video games, kind of all over the place as far as like entertainment media right now. So, oh shit, I need to do a YouTube video tomorrow. I've been doing weekly YouTubes lately, so that's all I'm about right now.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know me.
Tech Supreme.
Tech Supreme on the Twitter, and I got all my links. You know, it's got everything I do, music, streaming Monday through Thursday. Now I kind of have a set time, and I kind of really like it. It's super early.
It's pretty early, dude. I wake up and then it's like, all right, guys, see you next time. I'm like, well, all right, I'm going back to sleep then. I guess.
I love it, dude. I need more hours in the day, and so the best way was to start early. So yeah, there it is. All my links on my Twitter, music, streaming, all that's all connected. Holla at your boy.
All right, well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Guys, make sure you give my homies a follow. Tech definitely streams. Ben streams as well. And they definitely will be back next Monday so we can talk more WandaVision. And we're going to talk Justice League this time around. So make sure you guys are around. Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure. And we will definitely catch up soon.